There is one type of account that financial experts talk about almost like a cheat code, yet most people either ignore it or never fully understand it. It can let your money grow for decades, and then, when you finally take it out, it's completely tax-free. No tax on the growth, no tax on the withdrawals. It is called a Roth IRA, and people often describe it as basically free money. In this video, we are going to break it down completely, what it is, how it works, the real rules behind it, who it is best for, and exactly why that free money nickname is both true and slightly misleading. Let us get into it. First, let us clear up the single biggest misunderstanding because it trips up almost everyone. A Roth IRA is not an investment, it is an account. Think of it like a special container, a basket with powerful tax benefits attached to it. Inside that basket, you can hold all sorts of investments like index funds, stocks, or bonds. So when someone says they put money into a Roth IRA, what they really mean is they put money into the account, and then they use that money to buy investments inside it. The Roth IRA itself is just the wrapper, but it is a very special wrapper because of how the government agreed to tax, or rather not tax, what happens inside it. That is where the real power lives. Here's the heart of it. When you put money into a Roth IRA, you are using money you have already paid taxes on. This is money from your paycheck after taxes were taken out. That is an important detail. Because you paid the tax up front, the government makes you a remarkable deal in return. From that point on, everything your money earns in the account grows completely tax-free. And when you eventually withdraw it in retirement, you pay zero tax on any of it. Think about what that means over decades. Your investments can grow, compound, and multiply many times over, and when you finally take that money out, every single dollar is yours. The government does not get a cut of the growth. That is the core magic of the Roth. So why do people call it basically free money? Let us be precise and honest here, because the nickname is a hook, and the truth is even more useful than the hype. It is not literally free, you do put in your own money, and you did pay taxes on it first. The free part refers to the growth. Imagine you invest a sum of money and over 30 or 40 years, it grows many times larger through compounding. In a normal account, you would owe taxes on a big chunk of that growth when you sold or withdrew. In a Roth IRA, you owe nothing on it. All of that gain, the part your money earned on its own, comes to you tax-free. So the free money is really the tax you legally never have to pay on decades of growth, and that can add up to an enormous amount. To really understand the Roth, it helps to compare it to its cousin, the traditional IRA, because the difference comes down to one simple question. When do you want to pay your taxes? With a traditional IRA, you typically get a tax break now, today, when you contribute, but then you pay taxes later when you withdraw the money in retirement. With a Roth IRA, it is the opposite. You pay your taxes now, upfront, and then you owe nothing later. So the real question is this. Do you think your tax rate will be higher now or higher in the future? If you believe you will be in a higher tax bracket later in life, or that taxes in general may rise, paying now with a Roth can be the smarter move. This is exactly why Roth IRAs are often considered ideal for younger people and anyone early in their career when their income and therefore their tax rate may be lower than it will be down the road. Now here is a benefit that does not get nearly enough attention, and it makes the Roth incredibly friendly. Because you already paid taxes on the money you contributed, the rules let you withdraw your original contributions at any time, for any reason, with no taxes and no penalties. Let me be clear about the distinction, because it matters. This applies to the contributions, the actual dollars you put in, not the earnings those dollars generated. The growth has stricter rules, but the ability to pull out what you originally contributed if you truly need it gives the Roth a layer of flexibility that many other retirement accounts simply do not offer. On top of that, a Roth IRA does not force you to start withdrawing money at a certain age. Some retirement accounts legally require you to begin taking money out once you hit a specific age, whether you want to or not. The Roth lets your money keep growing tax-free for as long as you like. Of course, a deal this good comes with rules, and you need to know them. First, there is an annual contribution limit, a maximum amount you are allowed to put in each year. The government adjusts this number over time, so always check the current year's limit before you contribute. Second, there are income limits. If you earn above a certain amount, you may be reduced in how much you can contribute directly or phased out entirely. Again, those thresholds change, so verify the current figures for your situation. Third, there is what is often called the 5-year rule, along with an age guideline. Generally, to withdraw your earnings completely tax-free and penalty-free, the account needs to have been open for at least 5 years, and you typically need to be at least 59.5 years old. Pull the earnings out early, and you may owe taxes plus a penalty, though there are some specific exceptions. The takeaway is simple: the contributions are flexible, the earnings are meant to stay put until retirement. Let us be objective about who benefits most, because a Roth is powerful, but it is not automatically right for everyone. It tends to shine for people who expect to be in a higher tax bracket in the future than they are today, since paying the tax now at a lower rate and skipping it later at a higher rate is a clear win. That often describes younger workers and people earlier in their careers. It is also appealing to anyone who simply values certainty, because with a Roth, you know exactly what you have. There is no future tax bill hanging over your retirement. On the other hand, if you are currently in a very high tax bracket and expect to be in a much lower one in retirement, the upfront tax break of a traditional account might serve you better. There is no universal right answer. The smart move is to match the account to your own situation and expectations. So how do you actually get started? Because this is simpler than people fear. You open a Roth IRA through a brokerage, which is just a financial company that holds investment accounts. The process is usually quick and can often be done entirely online. Once the account is open, you move money into it up to the allowed limit, and here is the step people forget. You then have to actually invest that money inside the account. Simply putting cash into the Roth is not enough. Remember, the Roth is just the basket. You still need to choose what goes inside it, whether that is an index fund or another investment that fits your goals. Many people set up automatic monthly contributions, so they are consistently feeding the account and letting that tax-free growth build quietly in the background year after year. So let us bring it all together. A Roth IRA is a special account that lets your investments grow completely tax-free and lets you withdraw that money tax-free in retirement, all because you paid the taxes up front. It is called basically free money because the government never touches the growth, which over the decades can be a massive advantage. It offers rare flexibility since you can pull out your contributions if you truly need to, and it never forces you to start withdrawing. Just remember the rules: the yearly contribution limit, the income limits, and the guidelines around withdrawing earnings. Used well, especially when you start early, the Roth IRA is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools available to ordinary people. If this finally made the Roth IRA make sense, subscribe, because we are breaking down every money tool one video at a time. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial or tax advice. Always do your own research and consider speaking with a qualified professional about your specific situation. Thank you.